Well, speaking of scary scenes, this weekend ghosts and ghoulies will take over the night, a time when ghost stories are told by candlelight. So in keeping with the spirit of things, here's Hanson with a spooky edition of Friends and Neighbors.
Regina's Darke Hall has some skeletons in its closet. It's been rumored that the spirit of its former patron still haunts the building.
We believe that the ghost of Francis Darke still persists on attending different concerts that occur in Darke Hall.
John Liberon has spent the past 3 years investigating paranormal activity in Regina. He says that Darke's love of music has followed him into the afterlife.
Francis Darke passed on, but his memory lives because the hall is named after him. Right up to this day, we are told by people attending concerts in that particular hall that from time to time they will notice an elderly gentleman sitting in the middle of the audience, very well dressed, custom-made suit, style, early 1900s, white shirt, tie, and he sits there totally engrossed by the concert. When the music ends, the audience gets up, applauds, turns to see the old man. The old man has disappeared.
In 1912, Darke donated over $100,000 to build the concert hall. Terry Duckett believes that Darke still watches over his legacy.
And I kept walking towards the plaque, which happens to be right outside my office, and I found this cold shaft of air coming down at me. Now, what was really strange about that is I looked up above me, and it was a solid cement ceiling. And so my first thought was, okay, well, it can't be an air system. So I checked the outside doors of the building, the lobby doors, the theater doors. I went into both stairwells, checked all the windows. And there was no earthly reason for it to be there. This one went on every night for 3 weeks, and the last night I said goodnight, Frank. To this day, I don't know why, but the second I said goodnight, Frank, like that, it went to warm air. And I immediately locked up the building and left.
Apparently, Francis Darke isn't the only spirit roaming the halls. Gene Liberon thinks Darke Hall is a paranormal hotbed. He chalks it up to the 20 or more sudden deaths that have occurred on campus during the building's 80-year history. Hanson, CBC News, Regina.
Okay, well, making